I think one thing we've got to ask ourselves, and we've got to be honest about it, is the countryside really for me? Now, I know that most of the people who watch in fact all the people who watch my videos, all the people around the world, wherever you live, this country, wherever across the globe, you will either love the countryside, you'll kind of like the countryside, but I think universally most people will respect the countryside. But I'm getting more and more in despair about the way that we in this country, the UK, treats the countryside. It's disgusting. I'm getting heartily sick of coming out into the countryside early in the week, after the weekend, when everybody, every man and his wife and his dog has decided to come here, bringing the picnics and the barbecues and whatever out into the countryside. They sit down, they have a great time, and then what do? They beggar off home and they leave all the rubbish. It's absolutely disgusting. You come out here on a Monday and a Tuesday and the countryside is littered with those blooming coffee cup things and all manner of rubbish. Luke, what have you done? What have you brought that stuff out in? You've brought it in a container, haven't you? Well, why the heck can't you put it back into the container, into the bag, whatever, and take it home? I got out of the car and it's just, there's rubbish everywhere. Who are these people? Who are they? Why don't you just go to the pub and stay in and watch your soap operas and drink? I don't know who they are. I don't know anybody who would do that. I wouldn't do it. My kids wouldn't do it. None of my friends would do it. Just thinking it's acceptable to drop litter. Have you ever done that? If I have something in my hand, I automatically, without thinking, put it in my pocket. I don't think I've got a reflex action that would allow me to just drop litter on the floor. There should be greater penalties for it. It's absolutely disgusting. And what you've got to wonder is, we've got people now, volunteers, not even volunteers, just people who go out early in the week and they pick all the litter up. I've seen them all over the place around here. I've done it myself. And they pick the litter up. What happens? And they usually, the older generation, what happens when they go? These people will come out, still can continue to drop the litter. Nobody will pick it up. The council won't. The council can't afford to just man people to come up here and clear up after the plebs and the planks who've come out. So I think over years and over generations, the countryside itself is going to degrade. It's going to devalue. Pristine countryside won't be pristine anymore. I remember going up the Lake District a few years ago and I was going up Kirkfell, and I think somebody must have dropped this by accident, because I don't think people who go up there do things like this deliberately, but I found like a Mars bar wrapper or something like that on a fell side, and it was so incongruous, it stood out, it jumped out, because it was just like this pristine landscape and then this glaring wrapper. And I picked it up because I thought, that's not been done deliberately. We're so far from the honey traps of Keswick and Ambleside and places like that. This is where people who really respect the countryside come. It's fallen out of somebody's pocket. It was absolutely fine. But this is blatant. I was getting out of the car over there about a week ago, and a bloke was pulling out in a bloody Audi, and he threw a can with some pop in, because it wasn't light, because it kind of flew out of the air just in front of me and thudded into the ground. And he just threw it out of his car window as he drove off, and I shouted at him, and he just looked at me like I was stupid. It's right, what we need is more fines, greater fines. That's one thing this country is weak about on crime. It's like theft, shoplifting. I don't think you get that, nobody bothers about it anymore. People just come in. I know they're doing my co-op. Thankfully, I went in yesterday for some milk and they've got a security lad in there now, at last. But that's what people, they loathe to prosecute people. You can do all sorts of crimes now, theft, and you can hit people and whatever, and nothing will be done about it. And what we need is, it's like, oh, well, we can't put them in prison, there's not enough prison place. All right, fine them. And if they can't pay the fine, take away the goods, take the telly off them. Anything like that. They probably nicked it off somebody in the first place. But there's got to be a solution. We cannot carry on abusing our beautiful countryside like this. I mean, I'm out now, pouring down. It's lovely, the temperature's quite high, it's quite warm, and it's raining, and it's gorgeous. It's the countryside. I despair, I really do. I suppose some people will say, well, it's like education, but sometimes you can't educate people. I blame the parents. Such an old cliche, but I actually blame the parents. And a lot of these people who are coming out here are the parents and the grandparents, and they're perpetuating this behaviour. I'm getting really angry. I didn't mean to be angry when I came out, just when I saw that rubbish. I still love the countryside, and so should you, because it's beautiful. It's raining. But the thing is with rain, you can always get changed when you get home, can't you? It's only rain, it's only wet. It's nothing to be bothered about. It's just another part of it, isn't it? It's like, the rain's beautiful, and it's just another part of the whole. Like I say, every day in the countryside is different. One day you'll get sun, one day you'll get rain. But it's all beautiful, it's all diverse. Just a short little rant today. I hope you're all right. I hope you're all having a good day. We are. The day's gone quite quick, really. We're going to go home now, and I'm going to make Molly a tea. Tea she'll eat something for a change. Like kids' dogs, aren't they? Drive you mad. Anyway. Oh God, the rain's really coming down. It's kind of, you can see it now sheeting across. It's fantastic. Loving it. See you on the flip, kids. Much peace and love.